get a little bit louder. So let me know if I blow out the microphone. So my name is Clifford Carnicom, for those that don't know me. And thanks a whole lot for that feedback on that. So it looks like we're running. And this is about the 5th or 6th in a continuing series of webinar presentations on behalf of the Carnicom Institute, a nonprofit that has been formed by myself and a group of others to try and coordinate certain efforts and work towards issues that I have been involved in as an independent researcher for the last dozen years. So we hope to have one of these about 1 month, although the schedule is a little bit irregular. And I wanted to thank all of you for being here. We have some other members of the Institute, which is a small group, by the way, but we have a few members, I believe, in here with us tonight, and they are here to assist you, particularly after the presentation, in arranging any kind of communication or contact that you would like. We don't sell anything. We do seek your help, and you'll be the judge of that as time goes on. So I think Lori Kramer is here, and she's the vice president of the organization. I'm the president, and I think Larry Meyer looks like he might be in here, and he's an associate, and I think that Lee Riddle is in here, and he's an associate. And if we get lucky, we have a couple more folks in here that have recently joined us by the name of Calvin and Dr. Lorraine Hurley. So if you see their names, they are folks that will try to help you out as best you can. As Lori was saying earlier, I don't have the time and ability to split my head in 3 different ways to follow the dialogue that's going on the right side of the screen. But it is a place for you to be able to talk as you see the need or as is important. I would ask that you generally hold off on your questions. I'll try to save some time at the end for questions and answers. I would ask that you please keep your conversations on track. I regard these as business meetings and professional meetings and informational meetings, and not a place to raise a ruckus or get distracted too much. But I will try to provide a place to and time to answer some questions at the end. And if there is a problem, I'll try to trace it down, but I have to go by a consensus feedback. So if there's some kind of problem, you got to holler in some kind of coordinated sense. I'll try to catch if I see something. If it looks like an individual situation, I just really can't do anything about it. And the truth is, if our technology fails us, there's not a whole lot that I can do. Let's just hope it works. If we do get knocked out, though, I will come back as soon as I'm able to. It's possible I may have to reboot my machine, and you might have a little bit of a delay there because my machine has quite a bit running on it. So it takes a while to get going. But I will come back if we have an unexpected break in our communication. We're going to try something a little bit different tonight also, so please bear with me and with us in terms of this technology. We're still learning about it, but it offers some really great potential for us to be able to communicate with you and to give you a chance to communicate with us, since we don't have enough time to deal with individual requests very often at this time. And that is, I'll be trying to use what they'll call the sharing of the screen facility in here. And as we go along, that'll be the idea that you'll just see what's on my screen, and we'll see how that works. The topics that I want to cover tonight, and by the way, I'm planning on being here about an hour. Not planning on being here much longer. I will leave, unless something came up or there was a need, I will leave the chat board open after I finish so that folks can make any contacts that they wish to make. So, I guess with that, I will mention to you the topics I'd like to cover tonight. And a lot of small topics, actually. I'll try to keep them fairly short. And you can go ahead and start hollering at me about a quarter of the hour, so we can save some time for your side. And I usually don't get through my list that I'm trying to, but I'll let you know what the list is anyway. The first involves a little bit of experimental work that I've done recently. That's actually been in the background of my interest for several years. Another that's related to oxygen content of the atmosphere. The second will be a presentation of some images of some crystals. And the point of these first two topics will be the need to gather and collect and assess reliable information when we're doing work. That's going to be the point of those first two topics. The second or the third item will be to talk about some seasonal variations. It's more of an anecdotal discussion that we're going to have from my side. The next, if we have some time, I'd like to make some photographs available through one of the members of the Institute, satellite images, to just make a point, I think, that he's making recently for that there's something for us to be looking at with respect to some satellite imagery. And the last two items from this side will be to, maybe we call it a sales pitch. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, but I've got to tell you what we need to get things done. And I would like to tell you what we'd like to do in the future. And you and those that you know are going to be primarily the determining factor as to whether or not these things happen. Because we are here to try and help, but we can't really do anything without your help, is what it amounts to. So I'll tell you a little bit more about what we need more specifically to get involved with some plans that we have, and then also about a conference that we're planning. So those are the topics, and like I say, I may run out, so I'll do the best I can. And if I do hold this over to the full hour, I'll stay no matter what to allow some time for questions, 10 or 15 minutes at the end. Okay, so if that's all okay and everybody is still able to hear, and you don't object if you see me sipping a glass of lemonade water on the video once in a while, then we'll give it a shot. And again, I thank you very much for all being here tonight. So, we're going to see whether or not this screen sharing works. But I would like to start with an experiment that I did. And, as we do this, as I bring up something on the screen, let me try and get a picture first so you can try to work that in better. But the way this works is you're supposed to be seeing anything on my screen. Now, I don't know, well, it looks like you can still see the video. I hope that's the case. I no longer can. So if my hair starts sticking straight out, I can't see it. But the idea is that you can see whatever is on my screen, and I'm hoping that this is working and you can see a photograph or an image on the screen. And please let me know if that's the case. And if this works, we'll go ahead and get things started. I see one response. If I can get 3 or 4 real quick, then I know we have something to work with. Okay, that's great. So it looks like we have something. Bear in mind, I no longer see the video, so I don't know what's happening there, but I just get to talk, and hopefully you can also hear me. You can also hear me speak. Now, the picture I want to show you will be this one. And this one will replace what you're seeing. Yeah, all right. So you're seeing a beaker there, hopefully in a graduated cylinder in it. Well, and I'm wondering, there's just no way I can get back to our chat. So I don't even see the chat now, folks. Okay, I have no idea what's going on there. But I'm going to talk about this photograph a little bit. What happened here was that there have been certain statements made, and the general issue here, in case those are not familiar with it, is the existence of deliberate aerosol operations involving the use of aircraft over a period of the last dozen years or more, that's just the minimum, to intentionally distribute